yeah, I guess we're just gonna get going into this. Yeah, this is another week, another podcast. We are literally knocking on the door of DC fandom. Well, sort of, which we'll talk about that in this, what's happened. First up, let me just say, if you guys hear noise in the background, what sounds like construction or Michael Bay Transformers banging, that's because either one of those might be happening behind me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll try to do like a noise reduction filter, maybe filter out some of the background noise, but we'll see how that goes. As always, of course, I am your host, Armin. I'm here to tell you that we're gonna have a alright show, probably, from looking at these topics. It'll be alright. That's really what I'm gonna go with. I'm not over-promising, I swear. So, with that in mind, as always, of course, I am joined by Mitch.
What's up? You can find me at Mitch692.
And, of course, Tristan.
Everything is melting, but you can catch me at SJChance on Twitter.
Everything is melting. You know, I still wish I was there, because right now, because I'm waking up at like 5 a.m., it's like already like 60 degrees or lower. I'm like, no!
Oh,
it's coming.
Oh, shit. You wake up at like 7 a.m., it's like 85 degrees already.
Oh, I wish I was back to that, but I don't know.
See, we've had rain and it's lovely. Nice and chill.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, it's with the is with the thunderstorm. It's starting to get all muggy, and we're getting humidity with it too. So,
welcome to my world.
Wait, now it's hot and it's humid.
Well, I guess with that, everybody knows the weather update. You can, of course, let us know how it is wherever you live. You know, I assume nobody lives somewhere where it's like, oh, it's perfect all year long. Well, actually, no, there's a couple people I know that live in places like that. Lucky people, god damn it. But yeah, you know what? Let's just get into the show. We got a show. We're gonna get it to you, and then we're gonna leave. That's how we do this. So let's get into the first topic. It looks like Sony has officially found its director for its next, I guess, standalone / MCU adjacent project, which by all accounts is gonna be Spider-Woman. It looks like Olivia Wilder is gonna direct.
It's Olivia Wilde.
That's the one.
He's not related to Van Wilder. Well, I hope not, anyway.
I hope not. So yeah, what do we think?
I think it's cool. It's someone decent for a change, unlike what Sony's usually getting.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I think she's talented. Like, that's one of the things. I'm like, oh wow, they got a really talented director. It's not. Who the hell was the guy that directed Venom? Ruben Fleischer, was it?
The guy who did Zombieland. That's all I know.
Okay, well, like, I don't know. Venom seemed like, alright. They just kind of got this guy because they owed him favors, so, okay. Morbius.
Wanted a sequel.
Yeah, it's
right.
Ruben Fletcher.
Okay, so it was Fleischer, yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, so, again, there, it was like, okay, I see what they were doing. Morbius, I believe it was Daniel Espenzo? I can't pronounce that name. Well, I mean, he's doing Morbius. We don't know how that's going to turn out. Obviously, the jury's still out on that one.
We know exactly how that movie
I'm giving it the benefit of a doubt, okay? All right?
We have seen trailers. It's exactly the same as Venom.
Okay, true. So, with Spider-Woman, I think this is a good matchup. Like, you know, Olivia, she's acted. She's been moving to directing. There's obviously something there that they got a woman to direct a female-driven comic book film, which is good. I've already seen people being like, why can't they just hire the best director? It's like, oh, you mean why can't they just hire a dude? Why don't you just rephrase that for me? Why don't you just do that?
Just admit it. Just come out a minute. Don't try and hide it because it's so transparent. Just admit it. Just say you want to do, you don't want a woman to do it.
I just want to know like which Spider-Woman would
it's
they want to go
be
with.
Jessica Drew.
Yeah.
Which Jessica Drew is the question because there is about 8 different versions of Jessica Drew.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Jessica Drew.
Do you want my like a crazy conspiracy theory here? they're gonna.
Does it involve that it's actually a Marvel Studios movie?
No, definitely no. Hell no. No. Sony is going to backwards into this by saying that Spider-Woman was created by the same thing as the other Spider guy.
Oh yeah.
Like they're just gonna slowly backpedal into it, being like, oh, the other Spider-Man or Spider-Person out there till we get him. Yeah. Well, this is the same exact thing. She got her powers, same exact way, and being like, wait, but they're not technically. It doesn't matter. It's Sony. Like this character.
So it's just aping the Cindy Moon origin.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm expecting. Like, because imagine if they try to explain Spider-Woman, right? Now, imagine if you explain, well, yeah, this character has no relation to Spider-Man. People are gonna be like, what? Like, you have to explain this to the everyday, people that aren't like nerds like us that are like, well, actually, here's how these characters aren't related at all. They're gonna be like, no. They gotta play up the relation, which I'm assuming they're gonna tackle one of the different styles of versions where it is more Spider-like. And it's going to straight up connect into that whole Venom adjacent universe.
Well, this is the thing. She wanted to carry on the crazy conspiracy. Josh Gad tweeted at her last night and said well, congratulations on the at Marvel Studios movie. She didn't correct him. Now,
yeah, that's true. I did see that.
Sony wants in the MCU. What's an easy way to get in? You do Spider-Woman who's connected to S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra.
Oh, definitely.
Easy in. You do it that way.
But isn't S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't the S.H.I.E.L.D. non-canon?
Well, that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm talking about S.H.I.E.L.D. in the actual...
S.H.I.E.L.D. is still canon.
It's a different version.
I mean... I'm honestly expecting, this could go either way, because I did see that tweet, and I was like, okay, that is interesting. Because obviously people that work in Hollywood, that work at these studios, in my opinion, I'm thinking that they're going to do the ultimate Marvel style route.
Which would be...
But...
Go ahead.
I was just saying, because you're saying it's like Jessica Drew, I'm like, but that version's a little bit has a little bit different of her origin. If we're gonna go the ultimate route,
it's a lot different.
Yeah,
it's also very sensitive.
Yeah,
if they handle that wrong, you're gonna get.
No, they ain't gonna touch that. They're just gonna say it's based on Ultimate, just like it was based on Lethal Protector. Protector,
But hasn't got Spider-Man in it.
I got the most quotation marks floating around based on an Lethal Protector that you could ever. I'm like a Goro over here with 4 freaking arms giving you that. So that's
the problem is I want them to do the ultimate version. Like you mix and match. You do the ultimate origin, but then again that's so weird. Like she's a clone and a modified one.
Yeah,
are we really there
Spider-Man clones?
There's that.
If you do the one clone, you're gonna have to do the other clones, and then you can have the infused Scorpion clone. And it's a weird one. It's a tricky batch.
Well, they already got the Scorpion coming, and so I mean,
yeah, there is.
What's another thing to toss on there? Just because I mean, it is one of these weird scenarios. I really want this to be a collaborative thing where it is maybe Marvel Studios and Sony coming together being like, fine, if you're going to try to backpedal off of us, just work with us directly, right? That's
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
I mean, that would also lend a hand towards why there was that one date where both studios had a film. There is some connective tissue here. You could be like, well, if you think about it this way, it does work, which again, I mean, that's the best case scenario. It really is, because then Sony gets its cake. Actually, it just gets everything. It gets everything they want. And Marvel Studios gets to not have it ruined.
But do they get to have everything? Because she is one of these grey area characters. Marvel has the Jessica Drew part, but Sony has the Spider-Woman part.
Right.
So if you're going to do Spider-Woman, you're going to have to both work together on it.
True. That is true.
And my question is, who plays her? Because Olivia Wilde's clearly directing the movie.
Yeah, in my mind, Olivia Wilde is perfect for like a Madam Web. Like, I think she would knock it out of that role, but no, I don't see her as Spider-Woman. I'm gonna guess they're gonna go, this is Sony, like, that has the first, dibs casting, and then everybody has to agree with it with however it goes. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be somebody semi-unknown, like, that they can make into a star, sort of like a Tom Holland. That's my guess, especially for this one.
I would, after the whole Tom Hardy's Venom and Jared Leto's Morbius, I would have thought they wanted a name.
See, I'm going opposite on this one, because I was thinking that, I'm like, but I think they're going to want somebody that they don't have to pay a lot, because Sony's going to be really uncertain with a female-driven film, especially what happened with them and Ghostbusters. That's my whole...
Yeah.
Like, that's my whole Sony's going to be like, oh, no, we can't pay more than a couple $100,000 to this person. Get a nobody. Like, that's why I'm approaching that one with this sort of view.
I think I'm just still looking at it like Marvel's got their hand in it. They clearly want the Jessica Drew, Carol Danvers.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've missed out on Jessica Jones being part of that trio. Like well, maybe not missed out, but it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, that is true.
So if we get someone around like Larson's age, like
yeah, that could work actually. Yeah,
I know a lot of people want a Daisy Ridley to do it, which I can kind of see it.
I mean, that would be good casting. That would be really solid. So, well, they got a director, and we know that that's the next thing they want to shoot. So, we should start hearing more soon, hopefully. I'm excited by this one. I really want to see what they have to offer. So,
what's the bet she's in Spider-Man 3?
I could, if they're connected, 100%. Like 100% she's making an appearance. Which, again, that'd be cool. If they get it good and they can work it out, hell yeah, I'll take that. That'd be awesome.
As long as it's not Hardy or Leto, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Keep those two away.
So, Black Widow, the story continues here, and video on demand. Now, we've been saying for a little bit, well, Mulan's gonna go, so after that, Black Widow is gonna go. Now, recently, Movies Anywhere, it's one of these online services, but a listing was found. I can't locate who the original person that found it was or which website, because everybody's just sourcing back to various locations, so I don't know. But there was a listing found for Black Widow. I mean, make of that what you will. Disney hasn't announced anything, but it's a scenario where...
there's something else we're going to talk about in a minute they haven't announced anything for, and hey-ho. Something's clearly...
Right. So, when we look at the landscape, let's say, in the next couple weeks, theaters are opening. You will be able to go see a couple movies. These movies are not going to make money. So,
no.
You're going back to this discussion. We just even recently learned, like last night as of when we're recording this, that insiders have reported and confirmed Disney is looking to add Fox and all those other properties to Disney Plus to an adult section that would be locked under a pin. And that's something that I heard probably about 3 or 4 days ago, and I was like, interesting. And then
if I told you that they've been talking about that since before Disney Plus launched.
Yeah. Like, and if you look at the numbers they gave everybody, we have 110 million subscribers across all of our services. Disney Plus makes up like 65% of that. It's like, they want everything on there. Like, I think this year, by the time we get to the 1 year anniversary, the things we're going to know about Disney Plus and how they're going to change their direction and model, more video on demand will become standard practice, and the higher, I guess, perceived rating films will make it on there within a year of, a release anniversary. So by this time next year, we'll start seeing that roll out.
Which is weird. This whole thing is weird because it wasn't that long ago they said about Stars being the international version of Hulu. Because Hulu hasn't got an international brand awareness to it. So just launching Hulu in the world, it'll be dead in the water. But apparently Stars does, which I've never heard of it. So yeah. So if they're doing that, is it only going to be stateside? that this is going to be? Or is it going to be everywhere else? But if you're splitting it then, that's really weird. No, I wouldn't appreciate having to pay for another streaming service, which is the same thing people are seeing on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's true. My assumption would be, and it's an assumption, but it's per territory rollout because of contracts and things. I mean, that's just because you have to honor some of those old contracts, which is exactly why they haven't dumped New Mutants on digital, because it goes to HBO first. So they're like,
I was gonna say, wait until the weekend is out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Give it to them Monday, and it'll be like, yeah, cool, it's on demand now.
Yeah, it's coming.
1 weekend now.
Yeah, we just had to put it out in theaters illegally, but now it's everywhere. Yeah.
It didn't say how many.
Exactly. So, I don't know, I'm looking at this and I'm going, you know, I think Black Widow has a high chance of being the Disney film that does this. And again, here's kind of how I'm looking at this whole scenario, this whole planned rollout, video on demand. Black Widow, yes, it needs to make money. But Black Widow does not need to make as much or be as big of a push as something like an Eternals or a Shang-Chi, which are franchise starters. These films have to be... I think they have to be somewhat bigger than a Black Widow because, again, Shang-Chi... I mean, sure, Black Widow can get 2 sequels, right? But she's a known commodity. Shang-Chi, they're going to want him in everywhere. You know, new comics, cartoons. The whole rollout of media and the toys and everything, you want Eternals and these guys to get a bigger push so they become like the new Guardians, the new Ant-Man, where people are more aware. I could see being like, hey guys, just test it with Black Widow. We know it's going to make money because it's Black Widow. You don't want to test it with an Eternals or a Shang-Chi because, again, then that makes that franchise seem lesser, you know? Like, it's a weird position to be in.
Even then, like, if Black Widow's coming out then on Disney Plus, so's Eternals. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, if Mulan does well, Black Widow's on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just going to carry on. You're going to get something close that day and date going forward. But there's no way of stopping it.
And then also I would go back to the, thing. It's like, but if Black Widow comes out on video on demand and it does so good on Disney Plus, they go, well, if you guys like more blockbusters, now we got the next big thing in Marvel coming right then and there, and also in whatever theaters are open. So I think you could spin the messaging with that PR spin, like, just get Kevin Feige out there to chuckle a little bit, and you know what he's saying. It's like, okay, I see what you're saying there. So
spit out some more Feige half-truths.
Oh, the biggest half-truths that he can possibly spit out. So,
God bless Feige.
Yeah. I would be honestly real excited to see what they can do with Black Widow on digital, because I think when it comes to that and Mulan, at least, I think Black Widow would do better in the United States than Mulan, but
yeah.
Just from...
even though I don't know. I can see why it wouldn't do good in the States, because it's the States for one.
Yeah,
that's all I need. But on the other hand, it's like people said this, the whole Black Panther and Captain Marvel thing. It's like, oh, it's gonna flop. And it's like, well, look how much it made.
Yeah. Where was the flopping, sir?
Doubting. Yeah, flopping's from them. But yeah, I'm kind of giving up, saying, like, oh yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be that well. It's like, no, it's gonna make money.
Yeah,
I'm at the point now. It's like, no, it's just gonna make money.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen. We know what's.
Mulan is the first big movie we've had this year.
Yeah. Jeez.
The biggest superhero movie of 2020 so far currently is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Think about that timeline.
He took down the MCU all by himself.
He did.
Snyder is coming to finish the job next year on streaming.
So yeah, there's a ton of families in the States. It's a big family movie. It's gonna make bank in America.
Oh, totally. So, yeah, that is our discussion. Hopefully, we'll hear more about Black Widow. I'm assuming by mid-October, if Black Widow is going there, they're gonna announce it after Mulan, if they announce any of the numbers. So,
well, you can message Disney Plus right now and ask them about this Premier Access thing. And they're saying like, there's going to be more movies on there.
Yep.
I give it like the second weekend of Mulan. So like mid-September, and I bet we'll know.
True. Yeah.
Because it's literally when's Black Widow moved to? October?
Early November, I think. I think Wonder Woman is late October.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, it's November. That was the Eternals Day, wasn't it? So, there's only a 2 months difference, and you kind of want to start marketing that thing.
Right.
So,
because, I mean,
be like, hey, it's dropping.
Exactly. And the merch is already out, so get that thing out there, however you have to. So, soon, I guess we'll have an update on something official, either yes or no. Speaking of things Marvel Studios doesn't want to talk about, how about that Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Where it be? Where it be?
Well, apparently it's not this year. That's where it be. I mean, they got to do more shooting, so that's the unfortunate thing. So I'm guessing everything's been skewed back, what would you say, 6 to 7 months on release?
Well, apparently it's only this one.
How does that even work?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, and I couldn't even tell you where it came from because I read an article and it sourced 2 different people. So I was like, I ain't crediting either. So like, it's out there. You can find it yourself. And there's talk of WandaVision still being on track for December. But they're delaying this apparently because they know next year there's going to be a bigger lull in content. So it's like, let's just save the content we essentially are going to have because they are finishing this off this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's save it until 2021 where it's going to be even more thing because we couldn't even film the things we wanted to last year or for this year, next year. So keep hold of it and then you can at least put something out next year because 2 years and nothing is going to be especially when, 2021 is going to be like when Netflix and places don't have anything. Netflix has been fine this year because they've been pumping out everything. They can't do anything else,
right?
Apart from what they already had. So they're playing that game. So if all eyes are on the one show that's coming out,
that is
kind of
true.
Smart.
Yeah, that's. And I mean, this goes back to another conversation we had. But if you delay Falcon and Winter Soldier, right, and you drop Black Widow in November on video on demand, December you got WandaVision to carry you into early year while also overlapping with some Star Wars, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier in spring. That gives you that summertime where they have a couple original pieces of content, and then again, Mandalorian, Loki. So you could see how they could sort of offset the release schedule, which it is unfortunate, but again, everybody's got to do this, and you look at just like their competitors. You mentioned Netflix. Netflix has not been able to continue production on anything, and they normally take 1.5 to 2 years between seasons. So, like, there's going to be a scenario where you're looking at maybe 2.5, 3 years between a season of a Netflix show. I mean, when is Stranger Things going to drop the next season? Like,
God knows.
And apparently they've been already, ahead renewed for another one. So it's like, man, by the time the 5th season of that show comes out, those kids will be having their own kids. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, and that's kind of scenario they're in. So, I'm not going to be mad if the show is delayed because, you can't be mad.
There's no like justifiable reason for it to be mad at a delay that no one could have seen coming. Well, people saw it coming, but be prepared for it. Different thing.
Unfortunate. So, WandaVision then hitting still on track for this year.
Apparently, yeah. Which, thank God. I'd cry if that got delayed.
I guess, one by one, we'll see how everything falls into place. Now, from what we understand, even like as they said in the last investors call, there's not much shooting to be done, like on Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're almost done, but I think it's a strategic move.
Just quickly, yet again, goes against the whole, we're going to reshoot this virus subplot. No. There's not much to be done. You're not rewriting an entire show. So,
yeah, it's...
Or at least an episode, like, whatever it is. But.
Exactly. And you can assume that they probably edited everything else they have down to perfection by now, since they were on a schedule every day. So, like, I'm gonna guess like 80% of that show is probably in the bag and done. Like,
I mean, you think like what, Sebastian? What was it? I think it was like 9 days they had left filming. That's nothing.
yeah, exactly.
What do you do in 9 days?
I mean,
something like that.
Just so people are aware, 9 days. A CW, Flash, or anything shoots for 14 to 18 per episode. So, like, 9 days, maybe half an episode at best worth of footage. Like, that's pretty minor, all things considered. So,
yeah, it's probably going to be spread out across the entire season. So
exactly, yeah. You can't just have random footage that's missing. It's like, well, we'll patch this in. Don't worry. Come back and watch this in a year. We'll patch in footage.
Quick put in a storyboard. Just like, that'll do.
Oh. Hey. Yeah, no.
Just call it high concept. Like.
Art house.
Yeah.
God damn. So, yeah, if there's a big update on this anytime soon, we will talk about it soon. But hey, you know what else we've seen get out there? Audition tapes. So what are they telling us about the future of Marvel, Mitch?
Well, we've heard before that America Chavez was supposed to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which before people say, no, that was a Derrickson thing, or she's been in it before Derrickson left, so it's not an addition that they wanted to put in, so it's not why he left. So you can stop that argument right now. But rumors are supposed to be in there. There is an audition tape out there for like a young girl. She's young. She's not old. So they're going definitely more like young Avengers route for it. And, you know, she's talking about the multiverse and how this like alien just tried to eat her and or like the city and whatever, and explaining how the multiverse works. So it just kind of lends a bit more credence to the whole rumor that she is in there. But at the same time, I don't know how legit these tapes are, but everyone's talking about it.
I mean, we've had leaked audition tapes from Marvel before that were, like, on the money for what was coming, you know? So it's like, Marvel does not have the best track record of not having some of these leak outs, so...
It's true.
And, like, we've known about this character in some sort of form in live action for a little bit of time, so I'm willing to believe that where there's smoke, there's fire, you know, things are in motion here. Yeah. I'm honestly okay with it.
I'm okay with it as well. I'm fine. It's a character I've wanted. I know people don't like it because that one run, and like, yes, we can all agree that one run was trash. We did not talk of that one single run. Unfortunately, it's their only run, but we don't talk about it. You know, she is like a key part of the Young Avengers, so they have to do her.
Right.
There's no way around it, really. But no. I just don't want to get too hung up on the dialogue because it's audition tape dialogue and doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be in the show. You know, it could be early draft, it could be anything.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, like dialogue, names, and all that. Those aren't supposed to be representative of everything, you know, like because they skew the dialogue, they lie, they give code names, like sometimes.
So it's like the One Division for the twins.
Yep.
Talking about Quicksilver. It's like, yeah, I can't imagine Quicksilver back. If Quicksilver's back, fantastic. The tape was legit. Cool. But I have a hard time thinking he's coming back.
Yeah. But hey, you know, things are in motion. And with Chavez, it's an interesting one to drop her into a Doctor Strange. Like,
it is, but it makes sense. If you're doing a multiverse movie, she comes from the multiverse.
Yeah.
No, she's not from the core 616. She's from somewhere completely different. And that is her entire shtick, and she jumps through it. So if you're doing a movie where you're going through everything, having a multiversal jumper just makes things 10 times easier.
Maybe they're going to connect it to the universe where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended up.
I mean, who knows? Why not?
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, just do it. Like, you're not going to see humans, thank God. But just do whatever. So, I mean, like, it makes sense. Yes, on the surface, it's kind of a weird one to be like, oh, why would you want that in there? And, you know, you can have the risk of overstuffing, but we don't know the size of her role yet. So, it could go literally anyway, just like the multiverse.
Yeah.
Go left, right, go up, go down.
I mean, I'll trust them to do whatever, and they've had an extra year now to work on refining the script to perfection, so...
Yeah, let's, again, pour one out for poor Derrickson, who was complaining about studio, mandated release dates and all this stuff.
Like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, man.
Mandates are against art. Oh.
If we stayed a little while longer.
If we just somewhere out there is a Derrickson that stayed on there long enough to get this.
Yep.
But even then, I don't know if he would have stayed on, to be honest. But
yeah, but then his sequel was hated because like the first one, everybody was like, wow, the first one's just middle of the road. Derrickson leaves. He was a true artiste. Why?
Yeah,
he was the chosen one.
Always the way. People are fickle beings. Just want to complain.
Truth. That is true. DC FanDome is coming at us with an interesting change. Like,
this is weird. I don't know why.
This is weird, but it makes so much sense.
This is the most WBDC announcement you could ever make. They're like, hey guys, 3 days before this thing, we're splitting it in two because we didn't think this through. Well, yeah, anybody could have told you that 24 hours straight was a bad idea with overlapping panels, like.
Gonna say, here's the thing: they let everyone make their own schedule online on their own little website.
Yep.
Right. They clearly saw that people only gave a toss about one thing, and that's the games, which at the same time as TV shows. So it's like, oh, there's an overlap here. Let's just split.
Mm-hmm. Which, fine. I'm fine. That's good.
It's fine, but it's funny.
It is. Oh, it's funny.
It's like, why would you overlap anything? I know it's supposed to be like an online convention and things overlap, but if it's just for you, why would you cannibalize yourself?
Yeah,
it made no sense.
And I get what they were going for, but you have a set audience that's really the ones tuning in for this. And from what I've seen, majority of the audience that's excited for this is 1, the Snyder people, 2, the Arkham game people, and the smallest fraction of interest is from all the other ones combined. So it's like, well, I
imagine you've got the Batman in there as well, because the Batman's going to do
obviously, but Batman's going to do its thing, because there's obviously people excited for more DCEU and DC.
So it's going to be basically Batman con.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's a DC fandom thing. Of course it's going to be a Batman con. That shouldn't have been a surprise.
Wait till they announce more spin-offs of the Batman who swims and Batman who flies and Batman who bats and whatever the hell
Batman
else.
who's everyone.
I know some people were getting kind of confused and mad because was it the codes for the new Batman game got solved last night.
Oh yeah.
Like it said, was it Cassandra Cain's going to be the focus point of the game for the most part?
Yep. Which, I mean, look at how many check marks that checks off to make people mad. Female main character, check. Okay, there we go. There we go. Get outraged, folks.
She's also not white, so there you go.
Ooh. Oh, man. So she was in Birds of Prey? Oh.
She was, yeah. That's fine.
Oh, God. Well, I'll be real with you. It actually got me more excited when I saw that. I was like, oh, good. It's not just a straight-up reboot of Arkham where I'm going to get Joker shoved in my face again.
Oh, no, you will.
No, don't say that.
Let's be perfectly
It's going to be this. It's going to be the Shyamalan twist.
Yeah, they say it's the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls is going to be Joker at the end of it.
Yeah, Joker took over the Court of Owls all before this happened.
Upon his death, he uploaded his consciousness into an Arnim Zola-like clown, and now he's calling the Court of Owls to... Okay, yeah, we solved it.
Also, I don't get this whole thing that they're doing with, if you don't watch it live, then that's it. You get it's not going to stay up. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's what was getting me. Cause I was getting confused because it's a 24-hour, on the stream con, but it's only going to be there for one day. So if you miss it, you miss it.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
So you're gonna have like the Batman trailer or a first look at it, but it's gonna not stay up there. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Are they going to then copyright take down everybody that has it? Because people are just
like,
gonna rip it.
WB.
Yeah, probably because people. As soon as I think I heard this, some people were saying, "Oh, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to record this whole thing."
Yeah.
And people will, because not everyone's going to be able to watch it for a bloody day. Or even 2.
No, I go to sleep at like 8 p.m. now because I gotta wake up at like 4 a.m. Of course, I'm gonna miss like half this thing. I can't do that. So like, why wouldn't you archive it? I mean, some of the messaging behind this has been a little weird, but then there's been a lot of good stuff too. Because like, obviously, they're supposed to announce like a brand new movie, right? Like, there's a lot of excitement going around.
Yeah. That's not Superman because there is Jim Lee did artwork for this, and Superman's nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
There's Supergirl, but there's no Superman.
So, what movie do you think they're announcing? Let's go around.
I have no clue.
It's gonna be Superboy.
Oh,
yeah. No Superman, but they say there's gonna be Superboy.
Is it the one from Titans?
Maybe.
Wait, they would have to remember what Titans was.
Oh,
yeah.
What's Titans?
Dead?
that one show that was on DC Universe.
The last remaining thing.
The last bastion of hope for DC Universe has been taken away.
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, it's their own fault.
Yeah. So you don't have any prediction on what you think this might be?
No.
Yeah. I'm there with you. Like, I was trying to like figure something out. I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Like, WB, AT&T are not going to be like, hey, we're scaling back comics and everything. You know what we're going to do? Booster Gold. Hell no, you're not. Like, no. Like,
you can't even go, bet a New Gods movie. We know that thing exists.
Exactly.
Well, we know there's people working on that movie, supposedly. But, there's been very much silent on that. So, I don't know. I've got no idea.
Justice League 2.
I mean, it could be. There was rumors of a Rebirth movie, so.
No, I'm just saying, Justice League 2. Snyder is back. He's gonna do it.
No.
No, more enthusiasm. Damn it.
Oh no. Yay.
Oh. You don't sound convincing.
I mean, good. That's what I was going for.
Oh. Damn.
Just like, yeah. If I was an actor, I would not be here.
Oh, well, I don't know. Like, Tristan, do you have any predictions? What do you think they could possibly announce?
I really don't know because with all this confusing, information that, what's actually going to happen at is it FanDome? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. FanDome.
Dome?
So stupid.
Yeah, FanDome. I don't know what's happening because, like I said, all the TV show stuff are being split to September, and then like I was reading up earlier today that they're gonna even split that into 2 because it's gonna be...
it's only the 2 days.
Because I mean the TV side. It's gonna have on the website. It's gonna have for I guess the WB crowd and the adults, and then it's gonna have FanDome Kids.
Right.
It's gonna have its own kids.
Oh yeah.
Section.
They FanDome had different sections, different things. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's just like they're just trying to be an online convention. Like you have like look, it's over here, look, it's over here. It's like you split it up, and like obviously the kids bit is going with the TV side and everything.
Yeah, but it's because I'm not so sure that they would. Well, it depends on the rating, but they might put their animation side in the kids section, so you'd be getting a whole bunch of adults going to the kids section to see what they have in store for the animation going forward.
I know they said something about what's in the kids bit, but I can't remember it right now. But I don't think
the only thing I remember.
I think it's more like Teen Titans Go is going to be in there, and not like
because I know that I think they were talking about animation, but they didn't specify what age rating the animation was going to be.
I don't think you're going to have a kids and then have that last R-rated animation.
Well, I know that. I mean, Y7 because a lot of WB's animation, at least for TV anyway, is like Y7, and that's basically general audience at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Look at this whole thing. It gets me pretty hyped. I just hope there's new things that are like I don't know, not expected, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like,
My problem predicting what that movie is we have no idea where they're going with everything.
yeah.
Like we're still in the same place we were 3 years ago. It's like, well, what they're gonna do next? Like we don't know. Like whereas Marvel, you could go, oh yeah, they're going this way. You know, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. You could actually, you know, throw a dart at the wall and actually hit something. Whereas DC is just kind of like, I got no clue.
Yeah. Who knows?
Just give me a good. I predict I'll get a movie that might be mediocre. Which I hate to say it, but that's kind of what we gotten.
Right. No. My hope is that maybe they'll bring out Abrams and he'll announce one of his things, and maybe it's not just HBO Max. It's like, I'm doing, I don't know, whatever the hell.
That would not
surprise man. He'll bring out his box and then tell you what could or could not be in the box.
I guarantee J.J. Abrams overboxed Star Wars. He's never going to do that again.
They're never allowing him to overbox anything ever again. If you hire him and you let him box mystery something else, you should just be fired automatically, because every time he does it, people actively work and leak everything. So
yeah. Even though with the Rise of Skywalker they kind of did the opposite, but people are so like Stockholm syndrome to that mystery box. No one really put the movie together. And it's like, oh, this is the movie.
Yeah.
Oh no. But,
oh, they're just gonna bring out Todd Phillips to announce a new Joker film.
Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Anthology. There you go.
That's something I do not
want. No. I don't want more Joker, but, well, more iterations of Joker. Like, give him a break. Do something else.
Yeah.
It was a Scarecrow movie or something. Anything. Just no more Joker. Well, I guess we'll find out. It's coming. Hey, it's like almost here. So, I guess it's almost here. Today, if you're actually listening to this on the Saturday, then it's right now. You know, I might actually just drop this on like Friday on the thing, back to just a one day, so people have more time to digest it before.
Fair.
Yeah. We'll see, depending on how YouTube lets it render out. Who knows? It might get approved quick, and then it'll just go up for you guys.
That's up to YouTube.
Yep. Which I think that has brought us to the end of the show. So, hopefully you guys are ready for DC Fandom, and hopefully you're ready to, spend some money on Mulan and tell them you want things on digital day one so they can give us everything to have in development on digital day one. Because, let's be real, we don't all want to go die in theaters. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. But
did you hear AMC was doing 15-cent tickets for a day, and Alamo Drafthouse is doing free screenings of movies because they want you to die?
I like testing the stupid. That's great.
Well, it ain't looking good for Alamo Drafthouse with
no, they got exposed again.
Yeah.
Second time in 3